Welcome to Impact, bringing you global developments likely to affect Sri Lanka. This week we cover Rebounding Europeans' travel intentions to boost tourism. Hamilton Reserve Bank's case against Sri Lanka set for pre-trial. India's slowing exports to affect trading partners. China cuts rates again to stimulate the economy. A significant rebound in European travel is helping COVID-impacted tourist destinations. Ipsos found that 71% of Europeans had planned to travel this summer. Such behaviour is to catalyse into higher traffic in the upcoming winter season. Impact on Sri Lanka. Over 460,000 tourists arrived in Sri Lanka during January to July, with Europeans accounting for about half of them. The country's tourist industry will significantly benefit from such intentions of the European traveller, as Sri Lanka is now considered a preferred destination. On Friday, the pre-trial conference on action brought by the Hamilton Reserve Bank against Sri Lanka will start in the United States. The ISB holder brought claims in connection with the country's debt default, noting that $257 million is owed. Impact on Sri Lanka. Actions in this case will have repercussions on Sri Lanka's negotiations with other creditors and bilateral parties. It is seeking an IMF agreement this month and intends to discuss a debt sustainability plan with these parties. In July, India's merchandise exports fell to a 5-month low. This prompted the country's finance ministry to warn that, should it not recover, the projected 7.2% economic growth for the financial year of 2023 may be challenged. Impact on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's exports to India are about $1 billion. A moderating Indian economy would affect exports and also transshipment to India from Sri Lanka. India accounts for 65 to 70% of Colombo Port's transshipment volumes. On Monday, China cut its loan prime rates. This follows last week's easing of medium-term loan rates. Beijing expects this to boost the economy, which has been affected by a property crisis and a resurgence of COVID. Impact on Sri Lanka. As trade with China is relatively low, significance is on potential aid and investment. In July, Sri Lanka asked China for more trade, investment and tourism, and for $4 billion in emergency aid. And that's a wrap for this week. Join us next time as we update you of global developments impacting Sri Lanka.